Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two. This is your host, Chris. I'm that one random guy who does this show every week and enjoys it. This is episode number 68, coming right at you. Before I get into it, let me just, behind the scenes of how I do the show. I am currently kind of messing around with the way that I record. I've done, everything the same for the past couple of years now. I just felt like it was time to mix it up, get some better mics, and just overall step up my game. So if I'm still tweaking it during these couple of episodes, I do apologize, but the end result is a more enjoyable listening experience for you all. So please be patient with me, just because, like I said, I'm playing around with this and just trying to find what works and what doesn't work. As always, Casting for Two, you can listen to us on iTunes, or you can go on my website, castingfor2.com. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at castingfor2. If you want to follow me on my personal Twitter account, it's at Mr. CMH. Let's just kind of have fun. Today, speaking of fun, I have a great couple of guests today. My guests today are Kirk and Laura Knight. They're on the Bravo show Newlyweds, the first year, the second season. So that's a lot of numbers coming at you. But it was a great episode, great chatting with them. Let's just get into it, okay? So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please, and thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Kurt.
Yes, how are you?
Hey, Laura, how are you?
Hi, Laura. There you guys are.
I apologize for that. Literally, right when you called the first time, I looked at my phone, and then I received two confirmations that you would be calling. That's the first time I literally have received that confirmation.
Really?
Yeah, so there must have been some mix-up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. How's your days going so far?
They're fantastic. Just working, running around, trying to make things happen.
There we go. That's always a good thing. Unless you don't want to make anything happen, then then that's fine too. So when you're running around, what kind of things do you like to do in the morning? Like, are we talking about errands, or just strictly is it all work?
Yeah, so in the morning we really stick to work the first part of the morning.
Both of us being business owners, we have to delve right into our emails right away, and then sort out what our game plan is for the day. And there's a lot of variables. It's just we wear a lot of different hats, and we are go all the time.
Mm-hmm. And so the most important thing I like to know when I talk to people, I'm very interested in their sleep patterns. You guys, since you're always on the go, how are you sleeping? How many hours of sleep do you guys get?
I'm a better sleeper than he is. I have to have 7 hours to be able to be at my best and function properly. Mm-hmm. So I have my routine in the evening where I just really try to wind down and turn, just quiet my mind and, watch a little TV, read a little bit, do any last minute emails and get myself into bed.
Mm-hmm.
My patterns are a little bit different. I usually in the evening time, that's when most stress of the day, I kind of view what's happened that day, and it starts getting me amped up at night. So it takes me a lot. Usually like a tranquilizer dart will help. Start slowing me down for the evening, but and then I'm usually in bed at around midnight, 12:30, and then like clockwork, I wake up the original time at about 4:30.
And so when you guys go to sleep, do you set your phones on vibrate, or is it just on ringer? Like, does your phone wake you up at night sometimes? People looking for you?
I completely shut my phone off because turn the ringer off, turn the vibrate off, because I'm a very light sleeper, and so for me, I need that quiet.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I usually keep it on. Unless for some reason I'm just getting an abundance of messages or something that is going to keep me up.
Because usually I'm a pretty light sleeper too, but I have my phone right next to me. The minute I look at the screen, boom, that's it. I'm awake. I can't go to sleep. It's like, all right, I guess I'll start the day now. So I've learned to put my phone far away from my bed so that it takes some effort to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's good. That's a good idea. We should try that.
That is a good idea.
Yeah. So, and so far it's been working. I've been sleeping in a little bit later, which is either a good or a bad thing. So,
Oh, that's good. Sleep is important. That's how you're able to perform your best, really.
Yeah, exactly. So we also should chat about other than sleeping, which I mean, we might put people to sleep if we talk more about sleeping, which again is either a good or a bad thing. But let's talk about the show Newlyweds, the first year that you guys are on.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get involved with this show, first of all?
Well, I knew a producer, and they were looking to cast a couple that was going to be recently married, and we fit the bill. So we set up a few phone conferences and Skype calls, and that led to interviews and a short list.
It was a several month process. I think they had somewhere around 150 couples that they were going through the interview process with, and they kept narrowing it down, and we continued to make the cut. So when all was said and done, they offered us a contract and asked if we wanted to do the show.
And as we were making the cut as well, they were narrowing it down, we still had to internalize this ourselves. We still had to come up with, whether or not we were going to do this. And as we continued to make the short list, it, got more intense and serious conversations as we went on.
We had to be realistic about being on a reality show and what that meant in our lives and our relationship, and exposing ourselves and put you in a vulnerable position. So we definitely had a lot of time to get to the decision where we decided to go ahead and move forward with it.
Mm-hmm. Because for sure, I mean, definitely people don't think about it. There's a camera following you all day. I mean, it's do you ever feel pressured to be on as a person, or do you ever have time to relax even in front of the cameras?
Well, it's interesting. If we were just filming for a weekend or for a week or even a month, I think it would be very likely that it would feel more intrusive than it did over an entire year filming. And basically, I think what transpires is you just get very used to the cameras being there. You get very comfortable with them filming. You get in a routine where that allows you to kind of open up, be yourself, and let everything expose, the good, bad, and the ugly.
And then we saw like the cameras just sort of began to fade into the background.
Okay. Have you built? This is just kind of a question I've always wondered. Do you ever start to build relationships with the cameraman or the sound crew that's always following you?
Oh, absolutely. We spent over 13 months filming with these people, and they're a part of our lives, and we got to know who they were on a personal level and a friendly level, and they're really, truly wonderful people.
I mean, when anybody would come in your house and in your cars and in your office and everywhere else for an entire year, I think you'd have to be very cold and callous person not to develop some very great relationships over a year period of time.
That makes me happy that you guys have a relationship. I've never been on a reality show. I don't find myself that interesting. But it's nice to see that people are people, and why not get to know somebody that will be filming you for an entire year.
Yeah.
What sort of work do you guys do?
Well, I'm an insurance broker. I have my own brokerage, and I also teach Pilates on a part-time basis.
Mm-hmm.
And I own a commercial real estate investment company, and I also own rads.com, which is my new launch of my mobile website and my website and mobile app.
Mm-hmm.
The website's really interesting and ties into the show. Rads, what it allows is two people to argue.
Okay.
And it allows, excuse me?
No, I just said okay.
Okay. So how it really works is one person records a video explaining their side of an argument and challenges someone else, who in turn records a video with an opposing view.
Mm-hmm.
Once each video is recorded, it's posted live on the site for the public to comment and vote on who they believe is right. And it stays on the site for 3 days. The person that receives the most votes is declared the winner. So it's a really fun outlet that's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually resourceful and allows people the latest in technology to be able to argue and ultimately find out who's right, who's wrong.
We like to use it in our relationship. We have fun with it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, sometimes the topics are serious. Sometimes they're pretty funny. But there's definitely there's a lot of fun that can be had with this.
But after every show, we challenge each other on the site to a kind of a behind-the-scenes look into our argument or dispute that we're having on the show. And there's other couples that are on the show that are going to be joining in with that as well.
I'm kind of speechless because this sounds like a brilliant idea and just a great thing. And I wish I got into more arguments just so I can use this site, but I'm just one of those people that's just, whatever, you win. I don't care. What's the funniest, amusing argument you guys have been on or been in and posted on the site?
Well, we've been through, we launched the party we launched the site right when the show started. Mm-hmm. And the year prior, we were in beta. And we had dozens of very entertaining arguments that were on there. I mean, some of them are as simple as, arguing the best sports team. Some of them are as simple as my husband, doesn't take out the trash, or my wife doesn't have enough sex with me.
I think one that a lot of people like is that Kirk picked out a 7-foot-tall metal knight to decorate our house with. Yeah. And so we went on the site and we were able to debate that and get other people's opinion and feedback about agreeing on what kind of crazy decor we were going to have in our house.
And so the knight the knight's in your house, I'm assuming, right? It's guarding?
The knight did end up staying. He's part of the family now.
I would probably late at night, I'm thirsty, I'm walking down getting some water, and I see a metal suit of armor. I probably would freak out, not gonna lie.
It can be terrifying at times.
Actually, I love the night, but there are times in the situation that you just described that you see out of the corner of your eye, the 7-foot-tall, man-like object standing there that can scare the shit out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Although we do decorate them for the holidays now.
Okay. Do you for Christmas? I'm assuming you put like a big old white beard and a
Santa hat,
yeah. Metal claws. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm very curious in why people go in certain career paths, and I'll break it down. So, Kirk, what led you into real estate?
I had a lot of family members that were in real estate, so I got into it at a young age, and there was a very large client that was supposedly untouchable and had brokers that had been working with him for 25 years. And I decided to go to his house. I ended up spending 2 hours drinking lemonade with him on his back porch, and he gave me my first large commercial deal, and I never looked back from there. I loved it and fell in love with it then, and I've been doing it to this day.
That's really nice that you found something that you love and you stuck with it and it ultimately paid off. That has to be very rewarding.
It is very much so. Yes.
And Laura, same question, but with insurance.
Well, doesn't everybody just dream of going into insurance when they grow up?
I keep, my nephews, he's like, I want to be a fireman, police. No, I say, no, go insurance. Be smart.
Yeah. Well, I was a business major in college, and I had some friends working in the industry, and that's how I began working in insurance. And me being the go-getter type A personality that I am, I decided I could do this on my own, and I could do it even better. So I primarily work with law firms, and I have a great niche market, and I'm licensed all over the country, and that's how I began my own business and have been working for my company Silver State Law Pro for 8 years now.
Now let's play a game of what could have been, or I don't know. I'm making a random title. So if you weren't in the career paths you were, what would have been your childhood dream job?
Well, for me, my mother said that I'm the only 5-year-old she ever knew that when asked what I wanted to be when I grow up, I answered a millionaire.
Okay.
So I really like the aspect of business. I really like creating a lot of things, coming up with new ideas, new companies, and I've always done that. Real estate has been a big passion of mine, and it's been a little bit more than just my bread and butter over the years. But I've also had a lot of business ventures that I've taken on. I really need a lot on my plate at all times, and I've really adhered to that over the years.
If I wasn't in the world of insurance, I probably would have been a party planner, because I do love socializing and putting together different functions. So I think that's probably the path I would have gone on.
There you go. I was expecting to hear either ninja or princess, but those two are still very good answers. Still good. So is there anything that you want to talk about, or you want to promote the show a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that people will find the show to be exciting because it's so unique in the world of reality television, where the crew is following us around for an entire year, so you get to really see the ups and downs of our first year of marriage, and there's a lot of twists and turns and surprises that the audience will get to see, and we were happy to open up our lives and share this.
But there's an added view of our relationship, not just from the film crew. The film crew obviously can't be with us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So what we use is a couple cam,
to be able to record more private and intimate moments when the film crew can't be there. Mm-hmm. So together between what we film on the couple cam and the entire film crew for over a year really gives a good look at a full first year of marriage and the trials and tribulations and the struggles of merging two lives and dreams and aspirations and everything together, because it is, as a lot of people that have been married will see, it's not an easy road. There's a lot of things that come up when you merge two lives.
Mm-hmm. No, that definitely makes a lot of sense. I remember my girlfriend and I were kind of, she spent a week with me, and we kind of fell into the groove, but little things like not using, a coaster would bug me a little bit. It's a wood table. You want to put a coaster. They're right there.
Right.
But yes, all those little quirks that we have and things that are important to us, you see when you're spending that much time with somebody and living together, and certainly in that first year of marriage, a lot of those little things come up.
And for the people who would like to follow you online, where can they do that?
Our Twitter handles are best. Mine is at Kirk, Kirk, _Knight, Knight.
And mine is at Knight Mrs.
Okay. And when does Newlyweds start up?
So Newlyweds premiered March 10th,
mm-hmm.
and it is on Bravo every Tuesday evening at 10 p.m.
And we will we Twitter along with the show, so you can follow us and see what we have to say about everything that's going on.
We live tweet, yeah.
There we go. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you guys are movers and groovers, so I'll get you back to that. But you guys have a wonderful day, and it was a pleasure chatting with you guys.
Yeah, it was great speaking to you as well.
Our pleasure. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, and get some sleep and throw your phone across the room.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye now.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder, you can always catch up with these episodes on castingfor2.com. You can also follow me at Twitter at castingfor2 or send me an email at castingfor2@gmail.com.